do I even begin? Well, I always begin by saying welcome back to the crypto wave. But what do I begin with this? This wonderful animal farm. Oh, hold on. Let me close the door. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I got animals running around this house that would start getting up here and disrupting stuff. All right, well, your mind is not tricking you. Here we are, April 23rd, with April 21st being the great launch of or relaunch of the animal farm. However, here we are, April 23rd, 2022, on the homepage. Actually, let's go to Pigpen. Paused. Farms. Paused. Why? Why is it paused? Well, I missed the AME on the actual 21st. Unfortunately, I was working. But here's basically the sum up. PancakeSwap, which is where the majority of MasterChef, where basically when you link into PancakeSwap, or anytime you have a contract, it's interacting with PancakeSwap so people can trade, buy, sell. And it actually ends up going to their farms in some aspects as well. Well, I don't know how long a lot of you guys have been around, but PancakeSwap used to be on a version 1. And I'm sure the majority of you, when you are on here, you've noticed sometimes when you log on, it'll say version 1 versus version 2. Well, version 2 PancakeSwap has been going on for quite some time. They've been updating things, stuff that have to do with yield farms, stuff that has to do with how things are paid out. And in essence, because they were shifting over to version 3, and unfortunately, I look here, MasterChef version 2 migration. Migrate to continue earning staking rewards. So let's proceed over here. I don't have anything in there at the moment. But at any rate, we are likely going to anybody is going to have to migrate over to the new version. Now, there are, just like last time, there are some that will stay on version 1. Like there's certain, like I know like the Bee Reap, I think, is still version 1, part of the Animal Farm drip protocol. And then there's some other coins that just never took the time to move things over. But here's why it's important here. Anybody who's been following knows that within here, where is it? Oh goodness, is it here? There it is. Leveraging capital with unique rehypothecation contract. What in the world does that mean? Well, anybody who's been following me along has followed along with this white paper when I broke it down. When you were going into Animal Farm and you were depositing into these farms, although you have them deposited on Animal Farm and you are earning dogs or pigs, dependent on, well, in this particular case, it would be dogs, because anything pig related doesn't go to PancakeSwap. But anything that's deposited into all these wonderful things earning dogs is actually on the back end also earning cake by mining on PancakeSwap, is what they call the rehypothecation. And what does that basically mean? It means that while you're earning dogs on the website by having things staked, he has it on the back end or he, meaning Forex or the team behind Animal Farm, has it mining on the back end as well on Pancake. So in essence, those funds are double dipping. The front end, you're getting dogs, which then you can utilize by selling, trading, holding, or depositing dogs. And on the back end, it's mining cake. And what are they doing with that cake is they're actually getting additional yield. So they're actually those LPs are on the Pancake earning cake. And then what they're doing is they're using that 30% for buybacks, 30% for marketing, 30% development, and 10% platform costs. And that's where the rehypothecation comes from. So what the heck does it all mean, and why is everything still paused? Well, unfortunately, when they decided to migrate this, and from my understanding, PancakeSwap actually posted their tweet that this was happening on the 21st. Now, there's a lot of argument and debate in the Animal Farm chat room saying they should have known about this. This shouldn't have come as a surprise, yada, yada, yada. Well, here's the thing. Everybody knew this was happening. This wasn't a secret. They've been talking about this MasterChef version 2 and all this kind of stuff for quite some time. but there wasn't ever an official announcement done for it. Now the migration, usually they leave this migration, leave this migration up for quite a few weeks so that you can migrate it. So the 21st was the announcement of the migrations that are going to start taking place, and you can see it right here on the website as I'm sitting here that I don't have anything to move over because unfortunately mine is all still locked up over here, mining stuff. So what does that mean? Animal Farm has to rewrite the dogs contracts. The dogs contracts were linked to that Master Chef contract on PancakeSwap. So if you were to go live, it would not be doing what it's supposed to do. Now, I'm no coder, but I would imagine if there was some sort of a error in the way that the contracts are being executed, meaning you deposit, it tries to put it onto PancakeSwap and Yield Farm, then takes the Yield Farm and does all those buybacks, etc. But somewhere in that algorithm is not occurring properly, who knows what kind of errors it can cause. Or let's say it doesn't cause errors. Well, then you can leave it right where it's at. But then guess what? You're not getting any of the honest, in my opinion, huge tokenomic rewards that have to do with dog token, which is the rehypothecation, doing buybacks, marketing, development, and cost. This 30% buyback is really the one I'm looking for because dogs is an inflationary token. It's always going to be produced. You need buybacks and burns. So what does that mean? He could not launch it. Forex and the team couldn't launch it. They need to rework that dogs contract. Now, it is my understanding that the pig contract is done, and they were actually in the process of going to launch it for us. Anybody watching this, if you have pigs in the pig pen, my understanding is, or my previous video before the 21st was, if you have pigs anywhere, so if you have pigs in the piggy bank, you will be credited those pigs in the piggy bank exactly as you had them. So whatever was in here, you're going to get credited. Now, I don't know if it's going to be the exact same amount of piglets as you had. There is going to be a variance, but I don't know if the actual ratio is different. So I don't know if there's going to be more piglets produced so that people can compound more frequently, meaning I have 225 piglets right here, but maybe that goes to twice as much. So maybe I'm going to get 450, but the value of truffles needed in order to compound may go lower because the amount of piglets that are now in circulation, if that makes sense. But the dollar value should roughly be the same. Now, he did say there will be some that get a little bit more of a dollar value in there. And that's simply because the people who were in it that were milking the system are not going to be included in the redistribution. So some of that will go towards some of the other users. So if you did have it in here, it's going to go directly into there. If you had pigs in your wallet, then you're going to get pigs directly into your wallet again. The pig pen, they're still fiddling around. He did mention that in the pig pen, you should get your deposit right back into the pig pen again. He also said there's about, and it's somewhere in the Telegram. Let's see. Where is it? How do you search? Search. Oh, here it is. I think he said it was 3.5. 325. 3.5 hours. Anyway, I thought I read somewhere in here that he has about 3.5 million in BUSD that he's going to be putting into that. That he'll be putting into the pig pen. And supposedly the way it's going to be set up now, once all the dogs, pigs, and all these contracts are done, is it's going to be more favorable to the pig pen to start producing more BUSD value in here. And if you guys have been following my channel, you know that I've been tracking that. And it was going down. There was definitely more going out than going in. And he had to feed it a couple of times. Now, there's also some talk about, okay, what if I want to take my pigs out of the pig pen? Because when this thing goes live, let's just be honest with you, there's, 54,000 people in here. Who knows how many people are holding them? At last check, there was 5,336 people holding pigs. So when this goes live, who knows how many of those people are going to want to just pull their pigs out, sell it on the market, and dump the price. So he did mention that there is going to be a little bit of a stop on here. So you're not going to be able to pull it out directly. I think he's going to have a little bit of a pause on there to prevent people from pulling it all out day one and just dumping on the market. I wouldn't doubt, to be honest with you, he loves the whole 2% a day, 3% a day, 4% a day thing. So I wouldn't doubt that he's going to build something into that pig pen for everybody who is auto-deposited. on the transition that only allows you to pull out like say 2, 3, or 4% a day. So that way there's not a risk or a chance of everybody just pulling out immediately and dumping the market. Now, everybody's going to ask, what is my play? Well, if you guys follow me, you know what my play is. I'm still a big firm believer in Animal Farm. Am I keen on how all of this played out? No, of course not. Is some of it out of their control? Absolutely it is. In some instances, they can't help the fact that PancakeSwap decided on that day to release that they're going to be migrating to version 3. I'm just glad that Forex and his team had enough know-how and caught it quick enough that they can intervene now and get it going. So the tokenomics on this, I think, are pretty dang amazing. The buybacks, the rehypothecation, the variable emission rates, all the stuff that's lined up for drip. There's so much stuff lined up for drip. The lottery, he talked a lot about the lottery. There's going to be scratchers and things like that are going to be coming. These scratchers actually look really good, which actually, good point. I'm going to talk about that. He talked about these scratchers on the AMA, and I didn't hear the whole AMA, but I did pull the highlights from it. And I kind of wasn't very bullish on the scratchers to begin with. It didn't really, I mean, it seemed like a really cool idea, but I wasn't super keen on it. But after he talked about it, I'm actually really, again, I'm not going to be one that's probably going to be playing it a lot, to be honest with you. But he took it a step further than I thought, which is it's not just scratchers. He's treating it almost like a lottery. And in a lot of the state lotteries, when they do this, they create these scratchers in batches. And those batches are all pre-printed with predetermined winning tickets, period. And once those are gone, they're gone. Well, he's going to be doing the same thing. So all the money that's going into it will be sustainable because all prizes will be predetermined on the tickets before they're released. And there's going to be multiple batches as you go through. And each batch, that jackpot will go up because of the way he has the income being distributed between jackpots and various other aspects. It's the fact that you can do it in batches almost ensures that you can always build that jackpot higher. Now the other unique thing is it's a full, it's its own standalone project, but it's linked directly to Drip as well as Animal Farm. In the fact that if you're on here and you buy the lottery tickets on Animal Farm, then a lot of those proceeds go directly towards buybacks, burns, as well as BUSD for the pig pen. And if you were to buy it from Drip, it goes towards buybacks and burns of Drip. On top of that, since it's a fully functioning code that he's actually going to be able to provide to other people, meaning if you, me, anybody else wanted to do it, you could actually purchase the rights of creating these tickets. And then these tickets are then distributed to communities within their own right. So whatever it is, whether it be an Ethereum community or whatever the case is, they can purchase it from Forex, change it to fit their needs, start selling these tickets. Well, built into the code is even on those other projects, there will be a small bit that will go towards pigs, dogs, or drip in order to burn it. Now, he didn't clarify if it goes to an alternate project where it'll go. He did say if you buy it off Animal Farm, it'll go towards pigs and dogs. If you buy it off Drip, it'll go towards Drip. But he didn't mention where it's going to buy and burn if you buy it on, say, for shits and giggles, PancakeSwap. Where would that buy and burn occur? So, but then, in order to claim the prize, each ticket is considered an NFT. So if you win one, so say you spend, and I think he said the derivatives are going to be 0.1, what do you say, 0.01, 0.1, and 1 BNB, depending on the prize pool that you're looking for. And let's say you put in 1 BNB, which is about $300, we'll say, and you win $600. Well, in order to claim that prize, you need to burn that NFT. Now, let's say you put in $300 and you buy one ticket and you end up winning $25. Well, for you, you may say, that's not really worth it. I'm going to hold on to this NFT because there's actually going to be a way to stake that NFT and not burn it. And a percentage of all buys of all tickets throughout the network are also going to go towards anybody holding those NFTs and staking them. So you actually, instead of, again, going back to that, state lottery, a lot of the value goes towards the state and they actually keep all that value. That's where a lot of taxes and things come from. But in reality, now instead of going to the state, it's going to the people who own the platform, which is huge. It's actually a really good way of using decentralization and NFTs. So that's really awesome. Then he's got the Volts coming. He's been working on that. Drip has a huge year. It actually celebrated its 1 year. I think it was yesterday. I think 422 was the 1 year of Drip. So a lot of the people that got in on day one have hit their 365 max if they haven't been compounding. What else? What else? That's about all I can think of. Oh, there's this really cool site called drip.fi.app. Super cool. Actually tells you all about, what you got in drips and how to airdrop and tells you who your team members are and how much you've gained and all kinds of really cool stuff. So if you guys haven't checked it out yet, definitely go check it out. DripFi, so DRIPFI.app. Super cool. I really like it. I believe, hopefully he'll link this somehow to Animal Farm or something soon too. But anyway, so that is it for the Animal Farm, guys. Nothing else new. Everybody's kind of waiting for the next AMA, kind of next announcement per se, but it hasn't come yet. I would anticipate he does like launching on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's currently Saturday. Maybe we'll hear something on Monday for launch on Tuesday. We'll see. But either way, I am with you. Frustrated, of course. Tired of waiting, of course. Understanding. Yeah, I'm absolutely understanding. I am very bullish on this project. I like the long-term vision that it has. There's no reason to believe that the long-term vision can't come to fruition. So, rewards come to those that are patient. So let's just sit tight. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Don't freak out if you see a dip. If you see a dip, I'm going to be buying it personally. My play is still to get into that pig pen pretty heavily. I'm also going to be using that piggy bank pretty heavily. Dogs, I'll hold what I have. Not quite sure what I'll do with that quite yet, although some people saying dogs are the play. I really just need to see what kind of burn rate and stuff that happens with the dogs when everything is up and running to see what I want to do with that. So, all right, guys, that's about all I got. I know it's been a while since I did a video, but it's been hectic. You know how it goes, but I appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hit the alert bell so when I do drop these videos, you get them. And let's wait and see what happens. This thing should hopefully be taken off pretty soon. All right. Have a good one. Have a good night.